Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Soccer Showdown. I am your host with the most, Jersey Joe Archino, and I am psyched to be here right now. Obviously, it's UEFA Champions League semifinal time. It's one of the best times of the year to be a fan, and how could you not be a fan right now with the matches that we've had? The semifinal last night between Juventus and Real Madrid. Now, I went through the entire day, as I have today. If you're watching this today, it is Wednesday, May 6th. Barcelona and Bayern Munich are facing against each other, and I don't have a clue what's going on right now. When I get home, I have it DVR'd. I'm all set to watch it. I cannot wait. It was the same situation yesterday with Juventus and Real Madrid. And look, as an Italian, I really was hoping Juventus was able to pull it out. I thought without Paul Pogba, it would be very difficult for Juventus to get it done against Real Madrid. But we saw yesterday, Juve's form defensively was almost flawless in this game. I think the pressure they put on Real Madrid was incredible. There was always pressure on the ball. They never let Real Madrid get into a comfortable rhythm offensively. No one could really ever get the touches and the amount of dribbles they wanted with the ball. They made everything very difficult. Now, Ronaldo and James connected, and James just had an incredible header that Ronaldo was able to knock in for a goal against Buffon, which is a phenomenal goal. And I thought James had a very strong early performance in this game. But you definitely saw that Juve's form defensively was just terrific. And that's one thing I think Italian teams certainly look. Their style, some people call it boring. We hear the same thing about Chelsea with their form that's boring. Boring wins, and especially when you're that's tactically sound on the defensive side, you're almost going to win a lot of games. And especially when you get a goal and you have to hold on to that goal. When you're looking at a team like Juve, they're built to protect those 2-1 leads because they're not going to give you a lot of space on defense. And it's certainly what we saw yesterday. Gareth Bale, a lot of Real Madrid fans going back, knocking at his doorstep. And I think rightfully so, once again. He's gotten so much criticism, and he was not good in this game. And look, there's a lot of blame to go around if you're Real Madrid. I think more of it was about how good Juve was defensively. They had the home crowd on their side, and look, the Turin faithful are always so good. I mean, one of the best crowds in Italian football, and it was a great match to watch. It really was exciting, and I was very happy Juve was able to pull it out. Now, the one controversy, of course, today is the Carlitos Tevez penalty kick goal. I did not think that should have been rewarded as a penalty kick. I thought that was not egregious at all when he was tackled inside the box. It really wasn't. And look, when Carlitos Tevez was going to take that penalty kick, Casillas went the wrong way, right down the middle. You knew it was going to be a goal. I mean, it was just a matter of getting in the right form, and he did. But I did not think that was worthy, that warranted a penalty kick. I think to get a penalty kick, it has to be so egregious that there's nothing you can do about it. And I just didn't walk away feeling like that. I just felt like those two players at the time were really tangling up with each other, and it was just contact. They ran into each other. I really did not see that being warranted. But Juve, they're playing in their home, in Turin. That is a place where they've been known to get calls to go for them, and they certainly got a big break there. But I think when you look at Morata's goal early in the match too, that set the tone early for Juve. When Juve got that goal around the 8-minute mark by Morata, an excellent pass that he received, and then he just was in the right spot and he put it right in. I think that really set the tone for Juve. And Juve, that's one thing that they've done really well this season, is they've set the tone early in matches. With whether it's been Carlitos Tevez scoring a goal or if it's been someone else, they have done a very good job at setting that early tone. And it's so important because when they get out there and they get that early goal, their defense is so good that we see with Chelsea in the English Premier League so much. They're so good at getting that early goal, and then they do what they do best. They sit back. Their tactical mastery on defense holds them and carries them out the rest of the match. Now, Real Madrid has enough firepower to get it done against anyone. We did see James miss a header that almost looked like it was going to be a certain goal, but I just don't think you ever saw a consistent stretch from Real Madrid in the second half where they really looked comfortable offensively, and I think that all goes to Juve's defense and how good they were. And if you're an Italian football fan, I think if Juve gets to the final, that would be incredible because for the knock on Serie A for how it's just not up there with the rest of the European football right now, I think it would be a big statement for everyone, especially in terms of how well. I mean, Serie A has done pretty well domestically so far this season. Juve's certainly done a nice job, and even more impressive, like I said at the top of the show, is the fact that they're doing this without Paul Pogba, who is such an important piece for them. Now, Juve's got a lot of good players, but Paul Pogba is the youth, that young gun that they really need. He's always got the fresh legs, always creates such good chances, and I thought his absence was going to be big, but you know what? Juve coming out of the gate incredibly well. Now, if you're a Real Madrid fan, I'm not hitting that panic button yet. I really am not. Every single time we've been ready to hit the panic button for Real Madrid, they have bounced back, whether it's been in La Liga or in the UEFA Champions League and their last match against, I think it was Schalke 04 with what happened there. You look at them in the way that they bounce back each time. They've been very consistent, and they've done a very good job of that. I think that they will be okay. I mean, Juve is certainly in the driver's seat right now, and now they've got to go and play Real Madrid in their place, which is going to be tough. And when you look at what Real Madrid has done and how well they've played at home and bouncing back in games, certainly you would think that it's not over. But also, when I look at Juve, Buffon's been incredible. I think before this match, he had 6 clean sheets, the most in the UEFA Champions League so far. And Juve has so many good things to like about them. I mean, they've clearly got confidence. When you look at their season, it's been interesting because we've known since about February they've won the Scudetto. It's theirs. No one's really going to challenge them for it. Roma was challenging them for a while, but they really fell off after the winter break. So Juve's had the Scudetto locked up for a while. Takes a lot of pressure off of them. And they've really been able to put all their eggs in that basket, really focusing on the UEFA Champions League. And I think right now it's paying dividends for them. Buffon has been terrific. Defensively, they're incredible, and they showed you that in the match yesterday. And I think moving forward, they have a very good chance. I think that was a big confidence booster. It really is going to come down to what is Real Madrid going to do, because Real Madrid, it's going to come down to a point is can they break past that defensive side of Juve. Juve is going to make them work for everything, but again, you saw there were glimpses in that match where they were right there. I think since James has been back, I've really liked what I've seen from Real Madrid. But again, there's times when Bale is in that lineup where I like James in the sense that he's willing to create chances. He doesn't need to be the guy who needs his goals, needs his touches, needs his shots on the goal. He's a guy who is always willing and able to create opportunities. And I think that's one thing that Real Madrid's core three has their fundamental flaw, is that they're all very selfish. They all want to be the superstar. Benzema, Bale, and Ronaldo. Ronaldo is the man. He should be the one who gets all the glory. Bale, I don't think is ready to accept that. And Benzema, I don't know if he wants to accept that either. And when you contrast them and compare them with Barcelona, I think that's the thing that really sets Barca from Real Madrid apart, is the sense that Barca's trio is willing to do whatever it takes for the team. If Neymar has to take a step back, he will. He'll create the chances. He'll be a willing passer. Messi has always done that throughout his career. And Suarez has changed his game. He has been asked to change his role, and he has embraced that role. It's probably one of the players who I've really changed my thoughts and my philosophy on is Luis Suarez, based on what he has done this season. He has changed his game, embraced the role, and you see right now why Barca is just at a different level. I think in world football right now, and I did pick Barcelona to get to the final, and I did pick them to play Real Madrid. But right now, as a fan, I would be in my heaven if I got Barcelona and Juventus at my Italian side and my favorite player Messi playing each other. Would be incredible. I mean, it would be a great show. Now, for the world, I think Real Madrid, Barcelona, you can't get better than that. But certainly we're going to see in the next match. I would be going over the Barcelona-Bayern Munich match right now, but I still do not know what has happened, and I like to keep it that way. Kind of on a social media hiatus right now. Do not want any results spoiled for myself. I'm just going to go home, put my feet up. I got the Cleveland Cavaliers match, and I've got this Barcelona Bayern Munich match, and it is going to be incredibly fun. It is an amazing time of the year to be a sports fan. UEFA Champions League, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, it's all good, and it's just all so much fun to watch. But clearly, once I watch that result, I will be tweeting about it, putting it up everywhere at Sports Vault Iona for the follow, and I will be back on the airways breaking down that one when it happens. But until that time, I want to thank everyone for listening, and follow me on Twitter at Sports Vault Iona. But again, everyone have a good one. Thank you for listening.